Right, so hi everyone, my name's Claire. This channel is about helping you on your twin flame journey, your inner divine masculine, your inner divine feminine, and yeah, your inner union and all that jazz. And if you're not a twin flame, you're welcome to hang around. Like I said, it's there's always wisdom that floods through for that could be valuable to anyone, and especially on a Monday, because Monday's where I do the mediumship. Again, I'm always a medium, so it's always mediumship too, but it's, you know what I mean, it's I hold space for the loved ones in spirit more on a Monday, and the more that I'm doing that, which I've now been doing for over a year on it's not always live, they've just made me do it live now, which has been really fun the last few times. Then yeah, we might attract more people that aren't on the twin flame journey. But the twin flame journey privately behind closed doors is what I have helped, well, behind the Zoom, is what I've helped people with for nearly 10 years. It's Crystal Clear Vision's 9th birthday, and very soon actually, on the summer solstice, is when I always celebrate it. And the YouTube channel's like something random, like the 29th of July or something. But yeah, the summer solstice is always when I celebrate starting this. But like I said, I was actually working with Twin Flames and, you know, just others like long before I done that. So I've been, yeah, working on my own personal healing journey for yeah, over 20 years. Like I was researching things to do with love and relationships and that from a very young age. Like we're talking, and I collected my oracle cards from like, I don't know, 15, 16, something like that too. So blah blah blah, someone must have wanted to know my credentials. um it's really interesting, right? And I'm I'm glad there is water there. I've not got a cough, and I've not been getting hay fever symptoms. And I mean, I went for a nice long walk today with my mum, and I actually found this. Oh, here it is. Here's one I prepared earlier. And I was like, oh, what's that shell? Mum thought it's an oyster shell. And I was like, is that rare to find an oyster shell? I know I should know this when I've walked on the beach like every day for like, I mean, well, that's how I healed myself on my, you know, yeah, with my specific twin flame journey. I was guided to be outside a lot, walking by the sea. And like I've shared, for the past sort of couple of years, I've actually not done that as much, because it was like I was so dedicated over those 3-4 years, and I've done it every day, that yeah, it's like they're giving me a bit more of a break, and now I can spend, you know, again, one of my best friends was asking me like, how long do you actually spend in the house? And I was like, I'm not telling you, because it's like, yeah, she's really grounded and practical. I mean, actually, quite a few of my best pals are, and it's kind of like, you know, you're not going to get it. Like I said, if you're not a twin flame, you're not going to get it. And actually, to be honest with you, I think a lot of you actual real twin flames might not understand how much I'm guided to hermit too. Um, I don't know, maybe you do, maybe you're guided, but basically the point is, I found this oyster shell. So, and then when you look up the meaning of the oyster, it was about I mean, I knew anyway, but I always like to look. It was, you know, the usual, kind of like why I like the sunflower, like, you know, they just drew me at the sunflower up there, like, you know, growing through adversity. What's quite funny too is I always like to say this, it's like, I like the analogy of the sunflower. I'm not really that keen on like actual sunflower, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't, like I don't, I was I don't buy myself flowers anyway. I haven't for a while, but I used to buy myself flowers on every fucking food shop, because that, again, that's another way to come in inner union. Treat yourself like you want to be treated, but I don't do that as much anymore. Now and again I do. Um, but if you're really looking to, you know, for somewhere to start with valuing yourself and loving yourself and that, then yeah, buy yourself flowers. But what I'm saying is, it's like it's roses really of any color that I always find that kind of funny, because I do like the flower in it, the sunflower analogy, but they're not like, it's not like I would be ungrateful if I got sunflowers, guys. I have, oh, that was weird. The way I turned in the light, which, like I said, it is bright here. That's why I've been filming through here more, because when it moves into the winter, I'll go back through the office. But in here it's quite nice when it's the bright light. But sometimes when the bright light comes like that, it is like the light beams around me like to put on a bit of a light show. Like for instance, 441, 144. When I was in that session yesterday, and again, not going into any of the specifics of the person's session, but the But actually, yeah, if that's, but when the next time that person's alive, it would be kind of interesting if she validates, so that so that you know I'm telling the truth about how crazy the interference was when we went, because that was the first time we'd ever spoke on Zoom, and it was, yeah, it was crazy. Like, I mean, I don't think people realize how much interference comes at me. I mean, think about it, like the interference comes at me for what I'm helping Twin Flames with on here, but it comes at me in my own dynamic energetically, and yeah, and like I said, because it's like I'm here to help other Twin Flames that are here to do good work in the world, it's just, it's mental. Other people would totally lose their rag, and I just stay calm. And like I said on that video, that one of you lovely ladies had commented that, how calm I was, and I'm in a very calm, peaceful place. Right, so I just picked them up and started shuffling. It's quite a few cards that came out, but we'll take them. And I usually start with the Divine Feminine in the past, and then I just, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, because it makes sense to me. The Divine Feminine goes through the stuff first, the Dark Night Soul, the journey, and then the Divine Masculine mirrors. But the last time I done this, I started with Divine Masculine, and because I just picked up and shuffled, and I can see the first card actually is the Dark Night of the Soul, I think they want me to start with Divine Masculine. So, and I feel that because this happened the last time, I feel this is symbolic of Divine Masculine stepping forward now, stepping forward and being counted, and going first, like stepping into their action and making quick decisions and putting boundaries up where they need to. But again, that would only be if you've been a Divine Feminine, regardless of your gender, that has done all that too. Like if you're a Divine Feminine energy and you're not doing these things, you know, start doing it now. It's not too late, but you have to. It's not easy. Like it isn't easy to. I think that's why my throat was going a bit funny there. It's like, you have to be. You're going to be put in compromising positions with everyone in your life, and you're going to be tested to see if you can be assertive. And like I've shared, before, I've shared, the whole time in this journey, I've shared more recently. It's not easy because it's like sometimes you speaking your truth and being assertive, it can hurt other people, but it's not about you, and it's about what the other person has or hasn't worked through, and it can be an indication of just like, there's more work to do there. Like that really triggered me when that person's um being quite assertive with me, or because and it happens if you've never been taught boundaries. Yeah, you're going to experience it basically. Do you know what I mean? It's and again, I'm sure like we've all been somebody that has overstepped someone else's boundaries, and you will have definitely had people that have overstepped your boundaries and you've not said anything. I definitely know I've been both these things, and it's like, and you've not said anything, and it eats you up. So I don't know why this must be a thing for this to be coming out. So, but although I feel me coughing there is for this message, I will have to watch. Just yeah, I'll just, because it just get annoying more than anything. But it's weird. It goes away. It goes away after I finish. So that brings me nicely on. If you're new, everything I do is channeling, clearing, healing energy. So although I'm using a lot of cards, I just heal with my frequency, right? And it's like I'm not just sort of saying that for no reason. Do you know what I mean? Like I am a shamanic healer, and I am a Reiki master teacher too, because it was just someone was asking the other day. So it's just for people that don't know. It's just I kind of feel it would be really boring if I just sat here in my hands, like, you know what I mean? There's lots of other people that are doing that if you want that. And like I said, I do it, but I do it in my shorts. And people have given me amazing feedback. It's usually in private, not in the comments, but people have given me amazing feedback about you've really felt the energy in that. So I try to do them when I remember. I sometimes forget. And it's not always that whatever I do in one of them links to, actually it often is that it links to this, but what was it? Because I've just done a few that some I'm going to release today and some I'll probably release tomorrow on the new moon. There was the last one I done was like I shuffled and the I love you card came out twice for the Divine Masculine. So I feel that's what this, I feel there is a collective of Divine Masculines, and probably, whoever, and I always say it like it's two people, but it'll be a whole load of people this is going to resonate with whenever this happens, because as I like to stress, although some of these can seem imminent, and sometimes the cards even say union is imminent, like actually on one of those shorts it did say it from my deck, it said it's almost time for a serendipitous meeting. So that could mean anything. That could mean somebody like blowing up your phone, or that could be somebody turning up at the door. I'm going to use Liz's deck. Or that could be like, that could be you bumping into them when you go for a coffee or something. You know what I mean? It's so we'll see how this comes out. So I'm just sort of saying. But anyway, I think I'll get on with this, because if I've got energy, I don't think I'm going to. I might. I've got quite a lot done today though, and I'm not going to go into the details of what I've got done today, because like I said, unfortunately, because I do get a lot of spiritual attack, and because I am feeling in quite a nice peaceful place, I think I'll just keep to myself. I think I'll just keep that to myself. And if you hear me burping or hiccuping, that's when I'm clearing the energy as well. It's not often usually loud, but one of the times it was quite funny when I was in the live stream. Right, so this Divine Masculine anyway, right, so this is either going to be you or your person. If you're new and you're wondering why I'm saying your person, because I was laughing about that with the last stream that was on, or rather she was laughing at me. Yeah, it's just somebody else that I watch on YouTube, and I love the guy's American accent, and I just, whenever I hear anybody say your person, I hear it in his, voice. I hear quite a lot of things in his voice. I'm like, fuck hell, does that happen to you? You must just hear some Scottish birds swearing away and talking about twin flames in your sleep. Do you know what? Sorry about that, 11:11. In your sleep, and I'm here to awaken people. How funny is that? Because again, if you're wondering why I do this day in day out, is to wake up my twin, and shit, there you go, there's his birthday numbers. It's yeah, and it's not just that. It's to wake up everybody on this journey, and actually, even to stretch it even further, because I can tell why. It's because it's hitting my North Node. Gemini is about truth, and and it's not the truth that I'm here to share isn't easy. I live as a twin flame, because I'm here to talk about twin flames, and I've been talking about twin flames before it was like really, really popular in TikTok land and all that shit. And again, I just want to stress, like, that was behind the scenes. I've only been talking about twin. Well, actually, I did still talk about twin flames when it came up, but I just wouldn't pull it back to me. I wouldn't like direct it to be like, oh, I'm a twin flame, because then people are, all right, who's your twin flame? Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's awkward. It's still awkward. Do you know what I mean? It's all kind of awkward, but but yeah, so there's that part of it, but also I'm here to speak uncomfortable truths about when I feel it's not right, the things that to do with children in the world. I won't elaborate on that right now, but when it comes up in my chart, I have to do that. I was very vocal about things that I'm like, I like to, basically I stick up for child rights, do you know what I mean? And yeah, it angers me when, yeah, it just, that stuff really gets my goat. And injustice in general, basically. What else? I don't know why I'm saying all of this, but somebody must have needed to hear it. Oh, yeah. The other controversial things that have went on in the world the last 3-4 years, you know what I mean? Like, it's very much in the air right now, and I feel there's a lot of shit's hitting the fan in different parts of the world. Again, I'm kind of, to be honest, I don't mean to be rude, but I'm kind of over it, you know what I mean? The amount of times over the last few years when it's like, oh, full disclosure, and the truth's coming out, and everyone's going to find out that they were lied to, and side effects of certain things and all that, and I'm just like, I've moved through telling the truth. I've always been telling the truth about what I felt that was like, big mistake, please don't do it. And then I had to just accept people have got to make their own decisions, have got to make their own mistakes. We all have to accept that in life, but I kind of found it difficult when it was people's health and I knew that it was going to affect them. Anyway, yeah, and I moved through the anger about all of that and the world and personal things, and I've also, because they're making me talk about it, I've been ostracized from, I've been ostracized from groups in my life for, and again, that's I don't like to go too much into it, right, because that's hazy, because it's hard to prove, because nobody wants to admit that that's went on, but, it definitely did to myself and other people, where people treat you differently. Because they think you're crazy and you're talking shite when, no conspiracy. But rather than be one of the people that's like, I told you so and you should have listened, because that could be like the Gemini energy too. I'm here, like, look, 1441, I'm here to be a peace warrior. Part of the rainbow prophecy. It's why I actually kind of think a rainbow might appear. I don't know, it kind of looked like it was going to, but because it's very cold here today. It's so weird. And remember I did say there was going to be I saw an article and I thought, is that shite or is that true? But it said it was going to be freezing temperatures. And although it's not freezing here, it was hailstones not that long ago. And I did see it was snowing in another part of Scotland. And it is quite cold. Like it's 10 degrees here or something, which is, considering it was like 22 the other day. That was quite weird. But anyway, I thought a rainbow might have appeared. But I think it reminds me of the thing in my office. It's like, keep looking up. There may be a rainbow. And I'm still loving the fact that I saw that they pulled my eyes up to the heart in the clouds, and then on those cards that I hadn't even got yet that are there, in one of those cards there is a same exact heart-shaped cloud. I just love that. So maybe one of you is going to see a heart-shaped cloud or something, or I don't know, something like that. Yeah, so I don't know, I'm like, it is actually very in line with astrology that I've just said all that about some of the things that went on in the world. Because it's controversial, but again, it is the truth. Like, that's no word of a lie. Like, I was treated differently, and other people that I know, mostly online to be honest, that were treated differently too. And it's kind of like, you have to make like, I wish nothing but happiness, and I forgive people that treated me wrong, but I don't need anyone around me that treated me like that. And I just think, that provides some deep shadow work for anybody that done that, that treated their friends differently because they'd made different decisions. Because again, a lot of people go, oh, I never treat, I didn't treat anyone differently that chose not to do certain things. It's fucking bullshit. Majority of people did treat people differently. I can think of a tiny handful of people that weren't that arse. They thought it was a load of shite anyway. Like, people that did actually do that, they were like, I don't know, I'm still want to hang around. I still want to be around you. I don't care. But a lot of people came up with subconscious reasons not to have you nearby, I feel, and to go with the crowd, and that's brilliant. People don't want to hear it, but that's not nice. So I'm just calling a spade a spade. But anyway, but like I said, it's nobody likes I told you so. So it's not, I don't, blame and shame is not going to help anyone. I'm here to be like, look, I know if you're angry and you're like that too, I was treated like that too, but I'm actually here to help clear the energy of if anybody, is having side effects, or if anyone's, God forbid, feeling like they've got the thingamajigger or side, again, I'm not even going in it. I don't even like saying the word. Yeah, book a session and I can help you, because it was very much going for your mind. And that's a fact. So it was a deep fear energy, which could still be residing in some of you if you didn't clear it. But that's basically what I've been doing over the last few years, is deliverance for people that opted into that experiment, to call a spade a spade. Right, let's move on now, because that's not a light and fluffy twin flame therapy message, but it is what came out. And again, that surprised me, but and look, the throat chat, that surprised me, but it's not surprised me with where my North Node in Gemini is in the 8th house. You know what I'm saying? Dark truths, right? So this divine masculine was in a dark night of soul in the past. They saw the signs, but they were ignoring them. They've always felt an intense, strong sexual desire, but they didn't follow it, because we've got abundance in reverse and we've got violet flame activation. So this divine masculine, is connected to the violet flame. So again, a lot of twin flames feel very guided. Again, you always hear me say, because I do that in my activation. Basically, this divine masculine is connected to the violet flame, so divine feminine will be connected to the violet flame. But yeah, they weren't, this divine masculine didn't protect their energy in the past. And they were chained, although this says, like, I'm enough, let go of expectations, they were chained to some kind of karmic situation. They want, every time, if you're this masculine, every time they wanted to transform, they were held back by codependent situations. Their heart chakra was blocked, because we've got the heart chakra card in reverse. But now this feels like more recent past. Whenever this masculine could literally just be reaching this bit now, or they've worked through this, they're now taking responsibility for what came about, for basically, it feels like running away from running away from the journey. And again, I'm just laughing because they all do it. If you're a divine masculine, you know it's true, regardless of your gender. And but some, granted, do it more than others. And like I always say, like, you could get into all the ins and outs of what happened and blah 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 blah. But I really do just feel like it's twin flame unions are set on some kind of mystical timer, and all this drama's created because you're not allowed to come back into physical union until it's time, until the karmic lessons are complete. And it's, you know, in the time when I'm saying this, it's going to reach 21 minutes, and 21 is although 21 is what I see for my twin as well, and it was so weird that my twin, not my twin, well, my twin is always around me, yeah, but like, you know, my mum, like, she wanted to take a bit of driftwood home, so she went, and I was like, why are you walking over there? And she was like, I'm just going to put it near the 21. Now my mum hasn't taken on board that like 21 is anything to do with me being reminded of him, right? I was like, how weird that she picked that number in the book. So anyway, that happened today, but it's kind of like, to me, 21 is also karmic lessons completing because it's a world card. And I do feel there is karmic lessons completing, and I feel that's what the meaning of finding that shell was. So in the past, this feminine, I feel like, look, you know, that was how they were mirroring you. You must have had some kind of situation where you were quite like either, I feel maybe codependent friendships, 21 now, codependent friendships, you know, that were kind of holding you back from things that you needed to do in your life. And then I feel like, you know, when you did start expressing yourself and speaking more of your truth, perhaps, like, those friendships broke down. And again, that is sadly what happens on the journey. And I really do feel as well, like, you know, when you embraced the journey and had this higher heart opening, and you did start to, you work through the painful karmic situations, whether it was romantic or the breakdown of friendships, I feel that's when you truly found yourself. And I feel what they're getting at is that the masculine is now mirroring that. And because it, oh fuck, I actually cannot, wait a minute, this is, and you'll be able to hear that, you can't hear it when it's on the Zoom. So what's, oh my god, I love when that happens, it's so dramatic. So half of the hot guy deck has just fallen on the ground, okay? But the one that's really pulling my eyes in are, I'm hopeful, I'm sorry, and I'm coming. I'm sorry for everything I said and did. I promise I'll make it right between us. I'm coming back. And that matches, and then all the twos is love and partnership, and that matches with an escaping in reverse. Avoiding, blocking, pushing away. Yeah, this masculine's not doing that right. I'm going to pick up those cards. I'll just pause this. Right, I'm just going to read the ones that, because quite a few fell up, right, but these are the ones I just saw. I need you as well. And that card's about, like, I need you, your light is guiding me out the dark, something like that. And that's been coming up a lot lately. You know, it's something that I say all the time, and you'll hear other divine feminine saying, but it's come up quite a lot the last few days. So, I'm coming, I'm sorry for everything I said and did, and I promise I'll make it right between us. I'm coming back. That's the vibe I'm picking up on. I'm sorry, I miss you, and I hope that you can forgive me for all the things I've done. I know that I've hurt you very badly, my words and actions. I'm truly very sorry. It was all because of my own insecurity and fear. And of course, because of people's own insecurity and fear, that can lead them to self-sabotage quite royally and get into other things with other people. And like I've said all along, even as serious as walking down the aisle to somebody, like if somebody's, yeah, like, but this person's a divine masculine now, if someone's in serious denial, they would do that. Like, I mean, I've helped clients that have done that. And I've also had clients that they've married somebody else, but they didn't actually realise that they were twin flame. But I'm talking specifically about, there are people out there that have actually done that, but they knew what they were, and they thought that they could, I don't know, ghost themselves, I don't know, trick themselves and not, like, you know, run away from it like it's some kind of curse. And it can, you know, I get it, it can feel like that sometimes for divine feminines too, but it really is a beautiful journey. It's an honour to be a twin flame. So, what else was going on in the past with this divine feminine towards the divine masculine? Confessions, unveiling, coming clean messages. So because it's because of what it says, and my throat keeps going funny, I feel this is like, I feel this is like the feminine in the past. Ah, right. The feminine in the past, I feel there was something that you held in for a long time, like your feelings for your masculine. I feel in the past like you found the courage to just tell them. Like, it feels like a bit of a fuck it, let's go moment. It feels like it feels like it was like a divine timing kind of thing, where it's like God or your guides were like, you need to tell him, even if it's like he's not going to get it right now, you need to tell him, plant the seed. So if you didn't do that, this isn't yours. But I do know a lot of people were guided to do that at one point, and some of you could be doing it now for all I know for me saying this. But that's what I feel that's about, right? But I also feel it's about the divine masculine coming clean towards you, telling you the bits and bobs that you didn't know, and also just confessing their feelings. So what was going on in the past with this masculine towards the feminine? Hopeless, sinking, despair, falling apart. So in the past, like this person, this masculine has, and again, you know, I'm going to say he and she. I always channel it like divine feminine's a woman, divine masculine's a man. If you've got a problem with that, grow the fuck up. That's just how some people channel things. I am very respectful. I have been the whole time, and yeah. Sorry for it coming out so blunt. Sorry, not sorry, but yeah, you know, everyone knows that. Beginnings. Try again, new direction, start over. But I feel in the past what they're saying is like this masculine, although they felt hopeless and in despair, and they, you know, they really, really missed you, because I did see I miss you. They thought that they really could get a new beginning with someone else, and, you know, start in a new direction. And so, you know, they did avoid, block and push you away if you're the feminine, but it did come out in reverse. But I feel there must have been something there with that, saying it's like, this feels like a bit of a crossover energy, like that they started something with someone else, but because that was in reverse, it was like this masculine could have came towards you as well. And if they didn't literally, you felt they wanted to, and then it could have been sabotaged. But I feel, for some reason, I feel like this, there could have been like some kind of, again, I cannot stand third party. Oh, wait a minute, that wee deck's got a third party card in it, and so is this actually. But I feel there could have been some kind of third party thing created here. Like someone hadn't quite closed something out with someone else. Is that right? What else is going on with this masculine in the past? Yeah. Emotional storm, turmoil, unstable, affected. So yeah, I do feel that it's like at some point this masculine in the past. So like I said, this could be yesterday, this could be 3 weeks ago, this could be 3 years ago, 2 years ago, you know what I'm saying? But it's like in the past, this masculine was, I feel they were struggling to let go of a codependent situation. It could even just be like a situationship. It doesn't need to be a long-term relationship or a marriage, or it could, you know, it can be people that have got exes that won't leave them alone as well. It's whatever it is, but I do feel that it's like this masculine's, it's like giving in to some kind of temptation to come towards a feminine, I feel like. God. Divine feminine came out when I said that. Divine feminine, yin feminine energy, yeah. And oh my god, a free-spirited adventure, risk, possibility, yeah. So that's what I was feeling. It's like this masculine, it wasn't like, you know, it's not, and I feel this is because it's going on in the collective right now. I can tell why this is coming out. It's like, it wasn't coming from a place of like, you know, this, I don't feel this person meant to hurt you if you're the feminine, but I feel they have ended up hurting you. And I feel they've hurt themselves. So it's quite sad energy actually. But it's like this person did take a risk to come towards you. But it's like they weren't quite ready. That's what I feel they're telling to me. But yeah, second chance, reconciliation, making amends, opportunity. So I feel that's what was behind it. Like this person wanted, it's like they wanted something, but they weren't ready for it. Yeah, sidetrack, change, delays, and then I feel something, and it's because something was sabotaged, and it was basically that it feels like this person was still being sabotaged, and they possibly didn't even realise it. But something's went on there. Right, so give us something about a past life. Those cards. I'll just use these cards for a past life. For the feminine, a past life. The chess game. So yeah, I feel like past life or the past and this life again, I feel there's been a bit of game playing here. I feel it's like what they're saying to me is like this masculine was prone to doing things to get your attention, like, because this happens on the journey too, like, you know, like, yeah, being with somebody else to see whether it's going to trigger you or not. I feel that's what they're saying there. What else for the feminine? The Ark of the Covenant, again, and the Ark of the Covenant, and I just feel they're saying there that like this is like a really really powerful union that's coming about here. And it's got an 11 on the card. You know, it's, yeah, you could look up that yourself, but that's like, this is like a powerful biblical kind of love. A true twin flame union where it feels like this masculine, like that's like what I said the other day, like this masculine is known what you wear, but it's like they try to avoid doing the work. That's what it feels like. It's like somebody wanted to, it's like somebody missed you and they've wanted to see you, but so I don't know, you'll know for your situation. What's this? That there's something. If they weren't actually attached, it's like they just weren't. Like this person could have even made out, like, you know, they were. I don't know, ready for it. It's not. I'm not kind of meaning like this person like love bombed you or promised you the world. I'm not feeling that. I'm just feeling that like it almost feels like this. That's what it feels like. It's like I don't know what cards back up, but it feels like this person like wanted to make sure that the feelings were real and not a fantasy. But I feel in doing that, something's went wrong here. Right, tell us about the masculine's past life. Like, that's what I mean. Either they shouldn't have been doing that because they were with a karmic energy, like however serious it was, or they shouldn't really have come towards you because it's like they were a player and they're not going to treat you right. It's something like that. It's, what about the masculine? Intricacies in industry. What's that all about? Queen of Roses in reverse. Yeah, that's what I think I'm picking up on, you know. Queen of Roses in reverse. I feel it's like this masculine's like just, what I'm getting from that is they've distracted themselves in the past with work, and I feel it's because they were in some kind of unhappy relationship. Now this could be like somebody's like controlling mum or something as well. That's what I'm feeling, because that's like, to me, that's like the Queen of Cups. So again, like, and I always think the Queen of Cups in reverse is like, Queen of Cups upright too, but the Queen of Cups in reverse is very manipulative. It's kind of like, oh, you know, like damsel in distress, like I need you to do this, I need you to do that, or it can be like exes that are like, you know, not even exes, like present part. It's like, you can't leave me, I'll not be able to do this. It's manipulative. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm feeling. What else about the past? And so that's what I mean. I feel it's like this masculine has like, oh my God, that is, it's like I'm always hearing like, you know, I'm gonna run to you, and when the feeling's right, I'm gonna run all night, I'm gonna run to you. 33 minutes. So it's like, you know, we're picking up on a perfect, it's, you know, that song's about cheating. There's no other way to put it. And like I always say, the interesting thing about me doing this, you know, this time is I'm very against cheating. You know, like I don't condone it. And I'm always saying, like, you know, these situations are complicated, but you know, it's advisable that masculines go to their feminine when they have closed out karmic cycles with someone else. I mean, that's standard, you know, even if you're not a twin flame, finish what you've got going with somebody you're not happy with before you go to the next one. It's no fucking rocket science. But I know that life isn't always that simple, and when people aren't happy, and especially when kids are involved, yeah, anyway, but whatever. So what else? The bird's nest. Wishes fulfilled. I do feel, for some reason, I feel this has got something to do with like a, I mean, it could be a romantic connection too, but I feel this is like a mum, because like, look, it's like somebody wanted to fly the nest to their wish fulfillment, and I feel like this is like, I mean, this could be somebody that's got 2 siblings, because there's 3 birds, and it's like, you know, I feel this is like some, I mean, that's so weird that I'm getting that, but it's like, I feel like this is a mum, like, you know, how would you fend for yourself kind of thing. But like, you could be like a grown-ass man or woman, and like, that's the vibe I'm getting here. And I feel like there's like grown-ass man or woman, you know what I'm saying? Codependency, that's what I'm feeling. And a lot of people have this. I feel it's like, I feel a lot of time's passed here. Because like, that always reminds me of, it reminds me of Notting Hill, which that's funny because it was either on last night or the night before, and I normally do watch it when it's on, but I'd just seen it the other day. But I know off by heart, but it's like, when the seasons are passing and his feelings aren't changing. So I feel like there's time that's passed here, like possibly even years. It's definitely months, but I feel it's like years, and this person feels the same throughout all the seasons. And that's my mum texting. So again, I feel that's symbolic though. Oh, and look what I was just saying. You know what I mean? Like, I would, like, so thanks, Rhoda, for giving us the sign there, but it's like, that's the confirmation. And again, you can see that I don't like giving messages like that because but it will make sense to somebody. Oh shit, yeah. And actually it does make sense because it came up in the last live that I done, 2 things around, mothers in particular. But it's like, yeah, so I really do feel it's like this, there's been a lot of reflection here for this masculine over and there is a masculine on the card, like the time that's passed and the feelings haven't changed. It's almost time for a serendipitous meeting. So that's definitely the thumbnail. Well, let's leave that out. Yeah. So unfortunately, look, birth's behind it with 2 kids. So again, there could be something about the Ark of the Covenant. This is a powerful union I'm picking up on. Queen of Scrolls. Again, I feel that's the divine feminine in this equation. So you could have blonde hair. You don't need to, but you could have blonde hair. I feel this is like a very knowledgeable high priestess. Look, the treasure. Look, he's like, fucking hell. I've just realised that that's a real treasure. And I've been at war with... I've been manipulated and sabotaged to be at war with the other half of my soul. And they're my treasure. Because I don't know if you can see that, but the guy's like that. Oh my god. Like, he can't believe it. I played games with my person. My person's fucked off because I played games. And look, that's what I said, the violet flame. So initiation and Count Saint Germain. So yeah, I really do feel this is going to resonate with people that are similar energies to me. That it's like, there's, Saint Germain and the violet flame are working strongly with this masculine, and the feminine will be because the feminine works with it, with that energy. Wait a minute, I'm just going to pause this and text my mum back. Right, so I'll just pause it when she's just dropping something off. So, right, and again, you see that's good boundaries. So, and what I'm picking up on, I feel is the opposite. I feel like, okay, my mum's always been really respectful like that. Do you know what I mean? There's definitely, I'm always really transparent. It's like, I definitely noticed I had codependency with my mum and dad, and still do, with certain things, but it's like, I don't know, I've just made peace with it, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, but it's, and like when I recognise, like, oh, I need to fend for myself, a little bit, like with the birds and the nest. Like, my mum and dad have let me do that, so I'm really proud. And again, thank God I'm fucking 30, you know what I mean? It's kind of funny, it would have been around the ages of 38, and I just reached 38. So I feel that's going to be significant for some people watching here as well. I do just think these are the ages that I've observed people getting to that. So it's kind of like why I feel that it's like, definitely when I've had people that are like varying ages in my life, and again, my twin flames, like, not loads younger than me, but like, a year and a half or something, it's kind of like, it can make a big difference. When you get to this stage in life, it can make it just does seem to be a big deal. Like, it's the different things the different initiations you seem to go through. Anyway, that's just what I've noticed. Right, so, like, I suppose the point is when they're pulling my eyes to the fated meeting card, the feminine you were ready a bit before the masculine. And again, you could be like, fucking years before. And again, I would have said that to you at one point too, but looking at it from a more balanced point of view now, when I thought I was ready for something, providing if he had been, I wasn't. Like, I nowhere near was. And it was like, even one of you said when I was on the Zoom yesterday, do you think you would have achieved what you've achieved today if something had happened soon? I was like, no. So I've always understood that, but it doesn't mean it feels good. It's so painful to miss your person. But yeah, look, practice patience. And I mean, that's why I'm a very good teacher on the Twin Flame journey, because I'm extremely patient. Try and find somebody that's more patient than me out there. Like, you know, seriously, come back and tell me. but um, but it's because I've got 6 retrograde planets, so you know I go slowly, and so that's why I can help people with however slow your journey seems to be going, or your own progress with whatever you're doing in your business and your personal life and all that kind of your healing. Because we can get frustrated when we're not healing quick enough, but it's not a race. It's like, yeah, the dark night of soul. And again, it's because I was in my dark night of soul for years, so I can't even like put a, you know, it's because they told me that it's because I was going to be a dark night of the soul teacher, an ascension teacher, that I had to experience it like in a brutal way, and I mean I really did. I mean nobody's as nice, but yeah, look, change your perception beyond delusion. That was a very painful, confusing time for me, but it's made me who I am today. And like I said, and one day I will write my book about that. I've already wrote bits and bobs of it, but I will write my book about it all. So, presently then, where is this feminine at presently towards their masculine? What's going on? Been an interesting one already, 40 minutes. Integration, multi-dimensional healing. Now that came out on the first wee shorts that I've done today. So I feel this is talking about, this is the feminines that are, like, you may be like a multi-dimensional healer, which is quite funny when I've explained that at the start about, oh no, it was on the shorts, when I just said it's like, you know, I never know what to call what I do because it's a mixture of everything, but it's like frequency healing, quantum healing, shamanic healing. I mix it all up. And it's like code activations, but I really do feel like the feminine, you either are a healer too, or you're integrating your own healing, or maybe you're doing a bit of both. So that's where you're at right now towards your masculine. So I do feel that that means it's like you're focused on integrating your own inner union and integrating your shadow. And again, you might be like me and you've kind of done that work for quite some time. You're at a quite, you know, like that's why I always say, like, you'll see I share reposts in the community tab, or I say in the video, like, oh, my shadow's doing this, my shadow's doing that. And what I mean is my healed shadow. Like, you know, I don't reject the parts of me that are being a bit, I don't usually use the word naughty, but that's what I heard, like, oh, you know, I'm going to do that. It's kind of like I embrace it and I accept it rather than shaming it. And that's what's different. Like, I don't like shaming and blaming. That's what I'm saying, like, you know, with all the things that went on 2020 in particular, a lot of people go that route of, if you didn't partake in the certain experiments and you kind of, you know, yeah, you know, you've done things that now you're possibly regretting. And again, I know some people that still think they've made the right decision. Again, they're totally, completely spiritually asleep. They might be lurking on this and saying whatever, I don't know, but and I know people that do regret it. So the point is even with that, like, I just don't think blaming and shaming people is going to help anyone. I've come here to help people. So I'm just making, I think every now and again I have to say this, that don't feel like you can't reach out to me for a session because you made different decisions about your body at that time. I'm not going to shame anyone for that. I help a lot of people with that. A lot of people. Right, so where's this masculine at towards the feminine? I am enough. Look, it's that one again. Let go of expectations. So again, I do feel that this masculine, you know, still could be chained with some kind of codependency. Again, and like I said, it does seem to be a mother figure that's coming through strongly here today. But you see, the thing is, if that's been the case, it's often that then someone will then get in romantic relationships where somebody's quite controlling too, because it's what they're used to. It's what will feel safe. And but I do feel it's like if this person's moved through that, it's like they're trying to tell themselves that they're enough, and yeah, trying to stay grounded with the changes that are going on in their spiritual awakening, shift or be shifted. This masculine's been put through a huge tower moment and a karmic purge, mirror reflections. Yeah, but throughout all the difficulty, and again, like that's why I always share, I'm really transparent, that I've had huge revelations and epiphanies and stuff about you know, healing that I need to do around like codependency, like with whoever in my life, and it is, you know, it is shift or be shifted. It does rock your world when you think you've already healed things like that, and then you're like, oh right. So, but if you've got the courage to face it, you know, this too shall pass. Because I feel in a really peaceful, happy place with everyone in my life. So, it's including my twin flame actually, which is really weird because, you know what I mean, I've not had a conversation with him or anything. So It's but I just feel, yeah, I feel at peace. Like, so blossoming myself. This person's went through chaos, or they're still going through it, but they're blossoming into their true self. So again, it's other people around them won't be happy about that, but I feel this person, if you're this masculine, is kind of amazed at like there's, it's like somebody's starting to be able to see the good that's coming out of this. Right, karmic lessons, what needs to be released? Oh god, we're going to this deck, are we? So, what's a karmic lesson that needs to be released for the feminine, if anything? Now that's normally a karmic card for me, and it still is. I don't think this will ever not be a karmic card for me. It's maybe sometimes I feel, because of what I just said about, you know, Queen of Cups energy and manipulation, I feel this feminine, you're having to take action. You've either done it, like I said, you could have either done this, or you might have to do this soon if it's not happened. This is a manipulative woman in your life. So again, it could be like mirroring. It could be that, like, this could be watching my mum rings the buzzer again. That's going to be quite funny, and it's not my fucking mum anyway. But at some point in the past, it's like you've had somebody in your life that has been quite manipulative. So this could be like, this could be anyone in your life, right? So you know, that's for you to know, and it's kind of like, or it could be symbolic of a few people, but I feel you need to take action with someone around you. This can even be like an archetype, you know, just if you're in a habit of being manipulated by people. Like, for instance, like, I'll be totally transparent, like last night, that was really intense. Like, I can't really go into all the details, but remember I kept saying, like, I'm going to take away that free Zoom call soon. And not because anything really bad's happened. I've actually had really amazing connections with people, and but it's just because it just kept, something just wasn't feeling right about it. And it's then like, and it's just so weird it's happening on this new moon, because that is about karmic debt, like literal money and karmic debts. And that's why I always try to say to everyone about, you know, if you can donate, like, donate to me, donate to other people, because it's going back into the channel. But it's because it's about spiritual abundance too. It's about, like, you know, the laws of karma and everything. And it's and remember, me being so connected to Saint Germain and everything, it's karma clearing. It's like karma's my thing. And so although I'm quite happy to just sit, you know, and even when I've not got a fucking lot in the fridge and shit like that, guys, like, I'm quite happy to sit there and help people for free and all that. And again, I feel it is something to do with my past life, as I'm holding, and as being an Egyptian queen, as I'm holding the ankh. And again, I'm sure I've had past lives as like a pauper in the side of the lane, because I always think that's funny. It's like, oh, in my past life I was the queen, in my past life I was the king. It's like, I notice how nobody in a past life was in shite. You know what I mean? But I genuinely was. Like, I've had past life regressions and shamanic healings and that where it's come through, and it's, yeah. But as well as me just feeling it, well, it's just obvious with what I can do, how I can heal like so easily like that with people. But what was I saying? Yeah, that there's something around that. Like, I have had dodgy. I'm not for a long time, but I've had dodgy situations with people in the past that have manipulated me, specifically around money. Like, you know, people make out like, you know, that they're trustworthy and the nicest person ever, and before you, they'll just ghost you. Like, I mean, I've not spoken about it for a while, but I think because it's my 8th house, I've had people ghost me of big amounts of money, and I've had people ghost me of smaller amounts of money. It doesn't really matter, you know. Well, some people like, fuck, it does matter if you're counting on it, and it does, you know. It's not right. If someone done that to someone else, I'd be like, that's fucking out of order. But but it more just always made me sad for the person's karma, because things have got to come back around when you do that to people, especially when people do it to me, because of all the good that I do for folk. It's not going to be pretty, you know what I mean? So although I don't wish any, you know, like, I mean, I've forgiven these situations, and it's, these things have been that long ago now. It's kind of like, you know, it's by the by. But and again, there's other situations where I can think where it's like, you know, someone, it's I always hold space for something that might just pop up one day and be like, oh, I finally came into this money, here you go. Because that did happen a few years ago once as well. Like, someone had, you know, feel there was something a bit iffy about that though, but it was like someone kept claiming they didn't have the money. It wasn't even a lot of money. I think they were just taking a piss because they knew it was really nice, to be honest. Let's hope that woman doesn't watch here anymore, but it's true. There's, again, and that woman's an archetype. Basically, that's what I'm saying. This woman's an archetype for me of people that manipulate me. And people can do it in all different kinds of ways. So I've learned my lesson with that. And really that's why, you know, the more lucrative my business becomes in the future, and hopefully not the too distant future, I feel I will actually have somebody to just deal with that side of things, because it's not my strong point. People have easily manipulated me, but it's not just around money. But that's basically what I was saying there is, specifically because it's deliverance that I'm doing. If there's not if there's not an exchange of some sort of money, it's actually very, you know, it's not good spiritually because of the darker energies like that I'm clearing in people. So just, you know, I know there's some other people that tune into me that might be called to do similar kind of work, so I'm just sort of sharing that with you. And it might not be comfortable because I've met a lot of you that, like, you do just want to help people for free. I don't advise it. It doesn't mean you don't, you know, if you are called to be doing work, like tell people for free, just like make sure there's some kind of donation is what I'm saying. Anyway, I can describe that more in personal sessions, but it was just so crazy because I was feeling it, and then I got guided to certain things, and there were certain synchronicities, and yeah, and it's totally in line with, and then I do feel there might be a message coming forward. Well, there is, because we've seen them coming, and we've seen Fated meeting. The texts that are coming through here, especially because I usually on silent, are reflective of a message coming. But anyway, this feels like I am giving you guidance from my past self of letting these things drag on, you know, kind of feeling somebody's taking the piss, or, you know, acting daft, as we'd say here in Scotland, and they're maybe not as daft as they make out, like, oh, actually, I can just pay her later because she'll just let me do that, and I'll just get my nails done, and I'll just go on a night out, or, because that's one of the things I was led to, like, when I was researching that, because again, I got the downloads, and then I went kind of looking all this stuff, and I found all this stuff, and I was like, fuck, and it was like, and I've said that all along, haven't I, that it's like, you know, I always used to notice that, like, people that would plead poverty, but, you know, in a roundabout way, there would always be actual evidence of this, you know, that's not the case. It's just basically they're not placing value on my services, or, you know, if this is for you, your services. So you've really got to stand strong with that. You know, you can't let people take the piss like that. It's not fair though, because there are some people that genuinely don't have a pot to piss in, and they don't have a lot of money, and that's why I have still helped people. But what I'm saying, even those people, I'll have to use my discernment about that. Like, they're going to have to find a way to donate something, because it is part of the spiritual authority in this, and, you know, so it's really quite interesting. But like I said, anyway, I need to be focused. They were guiding me to focus on the paid clients anyway, because I do free work on here all the time, and yeah, not even nearly enough people took advantage of that Zoom. So yeah, it's been, like I said, it's been ripped away. The synchronicities are there, so yeah. But like I said, just, you know, email if you've never had a session you want one anyway. Email, because I am guided to the first session I have with people. You know, you can have it at a discounted price, but it's not free anymore, basically. So why did that just go again? Because I've already had the text. It's kind of weird. I don't know. Right, so anyway, the whole reason I got onto that was, like, I'm telling you situations from the past, because it was awkward, I would avoid it. And because if you do that as Divine Feminine, whatever it is in your life, business, a friend, a family member, whatever, if you keep avoiding taking action to get this person tuned in, basically, or however you want to say it, like, to basically be like, that's not, actually, shit, they're just reminding me I actually had to do that not long ago. It wasn't like a really, really big deal, but it was, yeah, with a family member, I just had to be, like, more assertive, and it was, I don't know, it was my sister. It was uncomfortable, but it was kind of like, it was no big deal, because I just spoke up. So that's what I mean, like, it's uncomfortable, but it's something that's alright if you just speak up. But yeah, so take action, Divine Feminine, because basically, let's see, a karmic lesson, because remember, that was a karmic lesson you've either worked through, or you need to be releasing. And it feels like it's around not speaking up where you need to. Or it could be quite literally and specifically the example I've given, that maybe I think there's somebody watching this that you're just doing stuff for free. Book a session if that's you and you find it really difficult, because I used to cry about it. I'm not gonna lie, I've said that before. I've had people try to help me with that for years, and it was actually, it's definitely to do with past lives. Whereas I'm not like that now. Like, somebody couldn't manipulate that. Like, listen, not everyone, but yeah, a lot of people in these times are finding it difficult, but you can't set yourself on fire when you're not doing too great either, and that's, but yeah, don't let people manipulate you in that way. There's always things you can direct them to. Either you have free stuff to help them, or direct them to somebody else. There's loads of people on YouTube. So okay, and some people are like, oh, that's really harsh. It's not harsh at all. It's not your responsibility. And I think some people need to hear that to save everyone. Somebody needs to hear that. It's not your responsibility to save everyone. We're here to save ourselves. Especially in the fucking days of the Noah's Ark. The Ark of the Covenant. What's the karmic lesson this masculine's needing to release? Or they may have already done it too, but it just depends. If you're a feminine that's really ringing true and you've not done anything about it, they're going to be struggling too. But if you feel like you're in a good place with that, masculine, guardian in the gate. This is the card about you can leave if you want to, nothing's holding you back. But look how I just described. If you are holding back from speaking your truth and sorting awkward situations out, or delaying it or avoiding it, because I've definitely done that along the years, where basically I've had loads of situations where somebody's just been a total C-word, you know what I mean? And then I kept making excuses for like, oh, it's just because of this, it's just because of that. No, it's just because actually that person was put in my path to be a thorn in my side, and it was meant to get me to be like, no way, this ends now. And sometimes actually, each and every time I can think of, but one in particular, the person put their foot in it. And I definitely feel that, so I'm going to be honest, I can feel that's one of the people that will send me massive spiritual attack. And it's just interesting that a reminder just came down about praying when I said that. So yeah, if you're somebody out there that sends me spiritual attack, and there's a few people out there, whether I know you or whether it's somebody that doesn't know me, I would just stop now. If you haven't already been receiving a huge amount of karma, you will, and it'll only get worse if you keep doing it. So give it up now. And like I said, it's not coming from me. It's because I'm highly protected, and it's cut it out. Yin yang. No, that's what I feel. It feels like this masculine's worked through whatever they need to work, so they worked through it quite quickly. And look, but that's where they were in the past. They didn't feel like they could. They didn't feel like they could get out of something. I think they made plans to, and it just wasn't going right. Now they're stronger and they're in balance. Yeah. And they're making their way to you. They didn't value themselves before. I don't think they felt good enough, but they've had the patience while it felt like this cycle was taking forever to close out, and now it has. Beautiful. Right. I think that was a really amazing way though that they've got me to describe that, because it's like, there are really difficult, challenging situations that can come up in all walks of life, and it affects your twin. Just like when the karmic energies are attacking the divine masculine, divine feminine can get like, I've like had like weird pains in I remember once I had a really sharp pain in my shoulder, and when I was at another healer, like they were like, I knew it was something to do with my twin, and I felt it was like someone energetically attacking him or emotionally, and I was feeling it physically. So that's how true twin flames are affected. It's very real. Right, shadow work. Right, and there's a card that's about the shadow in here. So what's shadow work that this feminine might need to do? Because there's always something that needs to be done. Shine. Wow. So it's a juicy one, but it's the shadow work that you need to do. Is where are you dulling your own sparkle? Where have other people around? I was talking about this today, my mum walking along the beach actually. That it's like, Yeah, like just basically where have, I mean, I was just saying it, I was just actually specifically saying it. It makes me sad when I've helped people where it was specifically their mum that was stopping them from shining. You know what I mean? Because my mum does everything in her power to make sure that I keep on shining. basically that I keep on fucking surviving, never mind shining. So it's because basically if somebody doesn't celebrate how I'm doing in my life, I don't tell them. Like, yeah, shadow work around whoever's tried to dull your sparkle. The shadow, and then I did think the shadow was going to come out because I was asking about the shadow, and just shadow work in general. So somebody watching this, you know, you need to, and that's always the thing, you know, that is a speciality of mine, is shadow integration. Like, that's why I talk to people for so long on these Zooms, because you need to get past the conscious mind. And the conscious mind will protect yourself, and you'll also protect anyone that's hurt you. So just say, because this seems to be about, you know, controlling mothers, you'll protect them. You know, you won't want to say anything wrong about them. But the thing is it's like, when you can look at it from not a blame and shame, and you can be like, right, I can see why they're like that. And maybe if I try to look at this from a different perspective. And that's why I said, you know, I was mentioning to someone the other day, like, I love that Patrick, I can't say his surname, but he talks about, you know, basically toxicity around families and stuff. And he's really, really great. But I do think what's missing with some of the stuff that he puts out is like specifically on the twin flame journey, there are specific lessons. Wait a minute. Right. Oh, I don't know how much longer I want to make this. So my lipstick's come off, but that's alright. I just squeezed in eating. Thought there was a song going off. I just squeezed in eating a wee chicken stir fry there. So my mum had made loads, and she asked me earlier if I was like, no, you know what I mean, I'll make my own tea, but. And I thought, do you know what, actually? That's not being in my divine feminine energy. So, yeah, it's quite nice. So, but I would usually go and brush my teeth and apply my lippy again. I can't be arsed, guys, so that's my shadow, keeping it real. So, but, and also I'm just thinking, you know, obviously I haven't watched it back because I'm still doing it, but just with what's come out, I don't know whether this is one that, you know, I dare say I'll put it on the channel when I'm guided at some point, but it feels like this might be one of the ones for the membership, like early release to test out the membership. I'll make an executive decision after. But where's this masculine at? What shadow work this masculine needs to do? So if you see any chicken or bits in my teeth, you know why. I think it's alright. I did check a bit. Forgiveness, yeah. So I feel like the shadow work this masculine's doing is, it's like, if this is you, what you're doing currently, or what you need to do if you're avoiding it, is to basically forgive yourself. But I also feel it's quite deep. I feel it's about, like, think about it, that's why they made me give so much of my own experiences. But if you're new, I always do that. That's what they guide me to do. It's part of my unique calling. But and again, it does annoy me, but I'm used to it now. It's like when I was saying about, like, you know, there's people that have basically swindled me, you know, like people have pulled a fast one, whatever you want to call it, you know, they've taken the piss, like they've done a runner, do you know what I mean? Or when it's things to not doing money, it's like people have yeah, I've just had people that have actually been really quite difficult, or even, dare I say, narcissistic, and before I could actually see what it was, I kept putting it down to just somebody being difficult. And there's a difference between somebody being difficult and somebody being damn right cruel. So, you know, it's very important you know the difference, and don't put up with that shit. And again, so again, this is what I mean about, maybe this is for the membership, but It's the truth. It's the truth, and nothing but the truth. But this is, it's been a few years now, but it's the truth. But I feel if you're a feminine that went through that at any point in your life, whether it's romantic, friends, work, whatever, your masculines then have going to have mirrored it back in some area of life. And I feel the masculines struggling to forgive the people that have hurt them, actually, is what I'm feeling. So I'm praying for whoever that's for. What's another shadow work this masculine needs to do? Or you could already be doing abundance. So it feels like, this always comes up to the masculine, but there's some kind of issue around money and happiness. And I feel the shadow work is, I feel you're not letting yourself be happy. I feel this can be people that have got a work addiction, workaholic, or, you sabotage something when it looks like it's going great. Or, the worst case scenarios when it comes specifically to twin flame journey, this is the masculines that they just don't go anywhere near it because they're already terrified of losing it. So sad, but it does resonate with what comes through. Yeah, cycles. Again, I feel this masculine's been guided to look at the cycle of I'm actually hearing the cycle of abuse, and again, I think that's what this reading's made me really tired. But it's like, yeah, that's what I heard. So whatever that means, but I feel there's like a palpable cycle. I mean, it's 1717, so I feel they're saying that there's hope in this situation. But if this is, even if this is past energy in this person, I feel this masculine's about to be in union. That's what I feel. But I feel it's like this masculine's put up with a lot. That's what I can feel. And I feel all masculines have. But well, I know because I work with them. But so I mean, so have feminines. But you know what I'm saying. So what's next? I will be doing another. I thought I was gonna be able to film a couple, but fuck this. I might, if I have a break. But what would help with inner union right now? I wouldn't usually use these cards, but what would help with inner union right now for the feminine? Maybe it's taking a nap. Close soul connections are harmoniously synchronized, create moments of telepathy. So what would help with inner union is, I feel, having some quiet time, whether it's right before you go to sleep or purposely meditating to connect with your twin. And I feel it's because, like, look, let your friends help you, ask for and accept support from others. I feel it's because if this is your masculine, they really need you. And that'll be why they got me to use this deck. So, and you might have already been intuitively doing that. And like I said, that could even mean like what I say all the time. Pray for yourself, pray for your person, and pray for your union. Pray every day. Because all unions need it. And like I said, in my daily prayers, I always include the soul family. But use your own authority, like pray for yourself and your person. Right, what does the masculine need for inner union right now? Challenges. All true soul connections involve challenges that can be overcome together, but what they're saying is like the masculine needs to rise to the challenge. And again, I feel it is like what we hear all the time, the challenge is the people that are standing in the way. Again, it reminds me of in Drop the Thread, which, look, clearly they've given me that because that is about a narcissistic mother. So, when the mum's standing in the way and she's like, where do you think you're going? And she has to say, you have no power over me. But that's also like Labyrinth, when she has to say something like that too, to David Bowie. What else would help the masculine with inner union? So the masculine basically is being guided to stand up to people. This has blown my mind, because see how much that fits with the personal story that I said. Like, I actually do, and I did say at the time, I'm well aware of the fact that this person's been such a thorn in my side that this is bullying. Like, seriously, I'm laughing now, what's so fucking funny? Like, it took me a while to realise, like, this is actually not right. Like, this person's, like, this is more than just being nippy, like this is bullying, like, and this person must have done this to other people. And that, I bet you that does make some people laugh, like, who the fuck's going to be able to bully me? But let me tell you, fuck hell, I've found myself in similar situations in all walks of life. And it is because I'm too nice. Like, I can, in the way, and not in the way that other people say, like, oh, I'm just so nice. I'm not a pushover, but if someone, when I'm like, wow, they're being a bit of a dick, I'll just kind of like always be able to see, hurt people. But don't take it to crazy lengths, because that, like I said, in the end, I did have to nip that in the bud. But that was a situation where somebody actually dug their own grave too. Like, they basically showed themselves for what they were, which is what people usually do. Which is why I don't understand why people act like that. But whatever, it's all forgiven. But like I said, although it's forgiven on your side, there's still people that can hold a grudge. But again, I very much suspect that person was treated very badly, specifically by a mum as well. That's what I can feel like. That's what it felt like. And again, I could be talking about anyone right now. I've had this from a few people, so unfortunately, that's the shadow dark side of what I'm. What I mean? I'm helping people with their inner child all the time, but I've also had it the other way where someone's like a pure C word to me because somebody was a C word to them. And I still find love and compassion. But see, when it comes to work, that's what I've learned over the years too. Like, don't bend over backwards to please a difficult client. If somebody is like picking holes in your butt, like, they're just finding a problem at absolutely everything, just see you later then. Go and find somebody else. That's why I stay on here all the time, but even more so on here because it's free. Like, I don't get those comments of people being cheeky bastards, but I do see it on other people's and it annoys me. It's like, well, if you don't like it, go and watch somebody else. Do you know what I mean? Like, 11:44. Like, I just can't believe the nerve of some people. Right, so what else for inner union for this masculine? Look at what I was saying though, respect your relationships. This is what this masculine is having to do for inner union. I feel like, look how sassy I was being. I think this masculine is like, had enough, and I think they actually are having to tell people to get the fuck, is what I'm feeling. Like, I'm feeling somebody's like, just realising how much they've actually taken on and that they didn't need to, because that was exactly what happened to me in that situation. Like, I took this woman's abuse, quite frankly, for like months and months and months, and I was like, yeah, and I was crying myself to sleep some nights. That's how I knew it was bullying, and I thought, what the fuck, man? This is not worth it. So just be aware of that, you know what I mean? Don't let it get to that point, because if that happened to me, unfortunately, there's going to be people around my masculine that have made him feel that uncomfortable. So it's not a nice feeling, is it? Like, you shouldn't be doing that yourself, but it's not nice to know that it's like, oh, because that. But again, I did feel trapped in that situation. It's hard to, I can't believe that, saying that now, but. Synchronicity in marriage. Wow. A divine soul counterpart relationship is blessed with amazing moments of synchronicity. A marriage of souls, a union of divine counterparts blended together. So I feel, this is a spiritual marriage. All the signs and synchronicities are coming at this masculine, that basically that this is a kingdom marriage is what I want to say. It's like, that it's ordained by God, which again, this could be challenging if this masculine married somebody else. Again, I'm just sort of keeping it real that, I have picked up on situations where people are married to somebody else, or it could even be ones where it's like, like as a feminine, you don't even know this yet, but you suspect, and it's things like that. Codependency, addictions are affecting your romantic life. So yeah, remember, this is what the masculines need to sort out for inner union. Codependency, addictions are affecting your romantic life. So again, it's going to make sense for different people with different bits. It's not everyone. It's not going to be a mum for everyone. It could be the mother of their children, however many children they've got. It could be, I'm not going to extend it to like, it's a friend that's got kids in this scenario, because it's not that. I can feel it's somebody close, it's family. So it's either the person's family that they've got themselves, kids, or it's, their mum. That's what it feels like. and we already know this is true because of the lovely, brave soul family that have shared about difficulty similar on the lives, or the last 2 lives I've done actually. So that's how we know it's like collective. My stomach's got a cheek rumbling when I just ate. It doesn't bode well for doing a fast. I was actually going to fast today and I woke up and I was starving and I thought, nah, if I don't eat I'm going to be out. And that's, again, that's good self-awareness. But I would be worried if I didn't have good self-awareness with all those planets where they are in my chart right now. Again, I'm very self-aware. That's a problem that I can't go into denial about a lot of things. But like I said, I've just shared somewhere when I did. But I've also shared with you where that came from. I kept thinking I could change somebody and find the goodness in them, but the more times went on, and when I had other people read my energy at the time, we were all convinced that I was a shapeshifter. So I think that's probably why I'm talking about it actually. But at the same time, it could be somebody that's still a spiritual hater. It's like, you know, and if the shoe fits, do you know what I mean? If you're like, shit, I think that was me, well, and that's why I always say to people, like, you know, anybody where, if I've ever, like, you know, been on your radar as, like, you know, one-to-one stuff or group stuff, and then it's like went a bit, I wouldn't even say sour. I mean, it has done that, but, you know, just kind of like we've both went off each other's radars. Like, you know, yeah, just it's difficult, isn't it? Because people definitely do fuck off for years on end, and then they could just pop up when you're doing better, and they're wanting to ride on your coattails or use you a bit, and I could see through that. So if people are going to do that, please don't do that. But if you know that you're genuine, and it's kind of just like you were a bit hesitant of whether I would be open to even working with me again or whatever, or doing, like, you know, because people do a session with me and then they might not have one for another year or a year and a half or something. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I can only think of maybe a couple of handful of people where I just don't think it would be wise. But other people I maybe haven't seen for you. Like, I would, you know, I would suss it out. I just, but there's definite situations like that where you're like, absolutely fucking not. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just always baffles me, like, you know what I mean, that people could shit on you like that when you've done so much for them. But that's what I mean about, like, what must have happened to them for somebody to treat you like that? Right. What's a possible, so look, leave a stressful situation behind. What does this say? It's not your fault. Please don't blame yourself. This journey is designed for us both to grow. As I've just described, with difficult things that have happened to me. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for giving me the courage and willingness to take good care of myself, including surrounding myself with healthy relationships and positive situations. Look at the synchronicity. Leave a stressful situation behind. Yeah, there's something in this. I'm annoyed that they've got me to talk about that, but whatever. It's like, if I'm that annoyed or I'm that kind of not wanting to put it in public, I can put it on the membership or hold it back a bit. But you will be watching this in public at some point, and I've got nothing to hide because that's the truth. And people only slink off and don't acknowledge when they know they've done wrong. They stay away. You know what I mean? Right. So, what's a possible soul retrieval for either a feminine or a masculine, along with a stressful situation? Exercise is key. So I feel there might be something there about, I got back to exercise today. I feel there might be something there about, like, just, yeah, unfortunately I feel like there could have been a bit of witchcraft or something done on you, like a bit of kind of, yeah, that's what I'm feeling like. So I think you need a soul retrieval to take your power back there so you can get back to some kind of exercise. I wouldn't say that for everyone, but I can feel it. It's like what I've been talking about now and again, like something. What's another one? Caffeine free. So there's something about, I feel, I did just mention fasting, so I feel there's a soul retrieval needed there for something to do with food and drink, and or the guidance says you could take your power back by going caffeine free at this point. What's another one? I feel like I could go for a nap, you know. It's the energy. This must be really draining energy around someone, because I actually could go to sleep right now. Look what I just said. Organic foods, because it's God speaking through me. But yeah, so there's definitely things about low energy against getting a soul retrieval so that your energy comes back, increased energy. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for filling me with the unlimited energy of divine love and light. Because that's, again, you know, that is a sign of like when someone's doing spell work and witchcraft on you as well. Is just no matter what you do, you've just got no energy. Obviously within reason, there can be reasons why people are like that, but I feel in this case I'm picking up on that. Right, what do we need to know about the future for this masculine? These are the funny cards. Waiting. Oh, I thought it said waiting, but actually it says wanting. Wanting. Oh my god, it's that one again. I am feeling so urged towards you. Oh, I can't. I've even got the energy to laugh. I am feeling so urged towards you. I am feeling so urged towards you. I can't help wanting you sexually. Your energy excites me and allure me. I know. We'll just deal with it. I want your touch. I'm craving for you. Your body turns me on. I just want you right now. Please come home, baby. It's getting hot in here. Right, what's another one? I'm feeling so urged towards you. Oh my god. I'm feeling so urged towards you. I'm telling you, somebody's twin's going to be like, I'm feeling so urged towards you. That would be banter. And then you definitely know, you know, like I mean, like, because I'm at some point I'm going to love it when there's a twin flame couple that are they're both watching me. I'm going to fucking love that shit. We could do like live couples therapy on the live stream. Amazing. I need to talk to you and feel you close. I want to reach out to you. Please be open to receiving communication from me soon. Your response will encourage me greatly, and I'll be waiting to hear back from you. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful and I miss you. That's amazing. And it's got hot air balloons, which is about ascension. This divine masculine's ascending, and that's why they're going to be with you soon. And also, what's amazing though is I saw hopeful and I miss you from a totally different deck, and that, you know what I mean. So that's amazing. I know we'll be together again, and I hope we can put the past and the bad times behind us and start again. I know I'm asking a lot of you, but I hope you can forgive the error in my ways. I acted so immaturely. I miss you. I miss everything about you today. Your eyes, your smile, your voice, your scent, your touch. I'm missing everything. Remember how we've connected physically over our lifetimes together. My love for you is boundless, and unconditional. I miss you being next to me. Wherever I go, I search for you everywhere. I feel somebody's feminine could look like that as well, like those colourings. It's a bit like my colourings, minus I think she looks like she's got brown eyes. She's got a pen on her face too, is that me? She's got the red lippy though. Who the fuck is that? It'll be Amazon or something. Thumbnail. Hello? Yeah. Did I keep that running? For fuck's sake, sorry, I wouldn't have been away for that long if I'm... That's... Oh. There's something about... That's so annoying, I thought I'd paused it. There's something a bit weird about that though, because... the guy was coming out his door, so anyway. Whatever. But that's just about somebody coming at the door. So right, what else does this masculine want to say? And also I thought I'd paused it, or you know, you could symbolic of ended it and it was still running. So I think that's somebody that wasn't closing something out properly, like a situationship or something. Especially because I'm shuffling the masculine cards. What else does the masculine want to say? I'm sorry, I'm laughing at it. Look at what I just fucking said. It freaks me out when I do that. Look at all those cards. She knows. She knows about us. How can she not? You're the one I want. I'm being careful. I have to do this the right way. Well, that'll be why I'm... that'll be why I'm feeling to put it on the membership presently then. Because... you know, I often wonder about those, you know what I mean? But it's like, I have to help people with this. But it's like, you know, people that are... Anyway, I'm sorry that I lied to you. It was wrong. I'm admitting that now. I'm a fool. I was a fool. Hurting you hurts me. So yeah, some days... I started by saying this and I love the confirmation. I don't love that it's happened to one of you, but it's like... somebody's been put in a compromising third party situation, I feel, at some point. What else is masculine want to say? I can't stand not talking to you, and I feel it's this person doesn't talk to you through guilt. And I'm overcome childhood trauma, and I feel the reason why they done it was, you know, self-sabotage from childhood trauma, and then look how much that fits with what I'm... That's sad, because I've picked up on it being like about like a narcissistic mother. And then she knows, it's like, so what, you know what I mean? Like, just tell her. Like, it's, do you know what I mean? Sorry, what I mean is, what's the big deal anyway? If you're having to sneak around on somebody, like, why even with them? Like, just end it. And that's where I'm like, I know that people, oh, people have got kids and all that, but if somebody's like that unhappy, they're going away and doing that anyway, then that's not the best environment. But there's something with that. She knows, it's like, she knows might actually be the mum as well. Oh, I really don't like this. This is so to do with where the new moon is in my chart, but it's very dark, it's very traumatic, it's very painful. Childhood trauma just come up. It's like I'm feeling a karmic mother and a karmic feminine. I've been learning a lot about spirituality, so again I feel this masculine's ascending so much that it's like everyone's clicking into place. No one makes me feel the way you do. And I just shuffled and it came out again. And this is definitely to do with how difficult it is for this masculine to talk. I don't feel good enough for you, but again, it's because of, and I'm sorry for lying to you, yeah. I'm channeling this masculine really strong. They lied to you, they feel very guilty, they don't know how to come forward. There was ones at the start about lying to you as well, but it has come from childhood trauma. It's like this masculine, I think, would have gotten like serious deep shit for lying. And so it's like they're imagining like the total worst case scenarios. Oh, sorry, I think I just flashed my bra there. Right, which, you know, if you've been on the receiving end of this, you know, I'm assuming you're not going to be too happy, but most divine feminines, you know, are very caring and understanding, and there's always, for every person's unique union, it can be worked through. Right, tell us some magic about this, or there is a third party card, but what do we need to know? Because I'm going to bring this to a close, but like I said, I think I will. I'll test out at least one of the membership levels, and I'll put this there. So thank you if you have invested in that. And like I said, you will be watching this on YouTube at some point, but I just think with the nature of what's coming through here, it could be real time for some, I feel. I'll just hold it back a wee bit. Best friend. Friendship is vital to your romance. Feelings deepen and blossom. Yeah, this masculine feels like you're their best friend. And I think that's why they feel so bad. Guided steps to great love. Follow the path of ascension. Oh, and I just said that about the hot air balloon. This masculine has been guided to, yeah, follow the path of ascension. It feels like they've got no choice with all the things that have happened to them. But they feel they're your best friend. They've wanted you all along. It was just their childhood trauma and self-sabotaging that was holding them back. Yeah, natural evolution. Let the situation unfold naturally. And I feel the natural next step for this is a union. Because you're each other's perfect match. You complete each other in the most harmonious way. Because this is true twin flames. Because I only pick up on that. Well, I'm pretty good at picking up on false twin flames too, but you know what I mean, when I'm tuning in on the love, it's twin flames. Let the situation unfold naturally. I just shuffled, the same one came out. So yeah, look, let go control whether you're this feminine or masculine. And healing connection, your romance will transform your life. This is going to be very transformational sex too, because that's what it looks like is going on there. Responsibilities, romance, interrupted, duties come first. I feel that's about the responsibilities, the burdens that were put on this masculine shoulder by the people around them. Bonding. As you get to know each other, you may discover many things in common, and as you get closer, I think, yeah, that's what you're going to find out. A gift from someone special. This masculine might be coming forward with some kind of gift. Divine timing, a serendipitous event. Oh my god. Wow, so there's like loads of... Wait a minute, where is that? Where's the fated meeting card? I'm going to need to shut that window. It's fucking freezing, man. Right. Fated meeting and a... Wait a minute. Not got my lipstick on anymore, but whatever. I think I showed one earlier. I'll make up mine. So we'll get a new earth message, and then yeah, I'll just bring this to a close. So, God, this was a long one, but whatever. That's not even the whole deck. But what have I picked? Oh look, wow, waiting. That's the fated serendipitous meeting. Two people with the flames behind them. That's a long-awaited passionate kiss. Someone could have red hair there. I just saw, but you don't need to. What's a new earth message? Family of light, and that's what I call us. So fam and family of light. Signs, guidance, innate and ancient wisdom, which is what I've been channeling here today. And Lemurian egg, rest, reintegration of divine potentials. I thought it said portals though, so there might be some kind of portal going on as well. Actually, because tomorrow is 6/6, that is some kind of portal. I don't like the sixes, but... And I'm not one of these people that's like, oh, it's an angel number. No. I'm sure it is an angel number, but I don't mind it so much because it's not the free, but it does matter. Love of peace. Stay in the heart. All is well, be at peace. Wow. This really makes 100% sense with what I was saying about some of the more controversial things. So I will need to put this in public at some point, but... and maybe even right away, because sometimes I say I'm going to put it on the membership and I don't, but yeah, I'll just see. But we'll leave it at that. You know, some of us have come here to be a dove of peace, but at first we might need to rock the boat a little bit too. But look, vision of unity, but you're here to bring... Oh yeah, and I literally am here to bring the unions together, but also to bring everyone together. Focus on the light, right to see, releasing illusion, pineal activation. That's the masculines that are seeing through people in their life that they need to. And it feels like people are long past that, and yeah, they're about to ding dong or or whatever your ringtone is. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there. So I hope this finds whoever it's meant to in divine time. And yes, send me a wee email to let me know. It feels exciting. See you later.